What's up, guys? My name is Ken Okada, and today I want to talk a little bit about how to be successful and how to be productive in college. I want to give you a little bit of my own experiences, my own mistakes, and basically things that I wish that I had known when I first started going to college. Now, today I want to talk to you about the very, very beginning. Before you even decide to ship yourself off to some college and spend all that money, I want you to ask yourself one question. Why? Really understand why you're going to go to a university, why you want to go to a college. And really ask yourself, is investing 4 or 5 years of your time and all of that money going to be worth it? Now, this isn't to discourage you in any way, shape, or form. I just want to provoke the thought, I want to provoke you to start thinking really objectively about the why, the reason. Because I've known a lot of people that went through college thinking that they had a good idea of what they want to do, and come out at the end of it thinking, I don't even know what the heck I want to do. I spent 4 years going to class, taking credits, and there's no job out there for me, because in the end, all they were concerned about were the classes that they were taking. They weren't thinking about the relevance of anything that they actually did during their time in college. You also have to ask yourself, are you going because you want to go to college, or are you going because somebody else wants you to go to college? If you go to college because somebody else wants you to, and you really don't want to, you're not going to be very successful. You're not going to soak in a lot of the experiences and a lot of the information that they're going to give you. Or are you going because you want the credits? Are you going to just for the sole reason of getting a fancy piece of cardstock at the end of 4 years saying that yes, you went to a university, and yes, you got all the credits, and yes, you spent all the money, you paid all the money for this degree? If you go to college when you don't really want to, you're going to spend 4 years just going through the motions, not really wanting to be there, when you could be spending all of that time doing something so much more productive. You don't want to spend 4 years of your life just completely spinning your wheels and come out at the end of it exactly at the same place as where you started. A lot of people go to college because it's what everybody else is doing, and they don't want to stick out from the crowd. It's what everybody tells them to do. It's what's expected of them. So therefore, it's perceived as what is correct. And in some fields, it is, because in some fields you have to have college training. But that's not the case for every single career field. Something that you should look into is whether or not you actually need a college degree to do what you really want to do. And to do some research. If you're an artist, keep producing, but get more exposure. Don't spend all of your time in a classroom and think that is all that you will ever need. Don't go to college just because somebody else promises you that it'll give you a better life, because oftentimes in this day and age, it often doesn't. Back 50 years ago, if you had a college degree, you had a job, but the truth is, oftentimes that's not the case these days. What a lot of people realize, or what a lot of people find out at the end of it is, I'm going to go to college because I'm poor. But then afterwards, they find that they are just even more poor. Something that I've learned is that it's not necessarily the degree, but it's what people call a portfolio. What kind of work do you actually have that you created that you could show to other people? Because that's more of what credibility is. It's the experience, the ability to create something productive and something that is of some sort of value. So the bottom line here is to ask yourself and really understand why you are choosing to invest so much of yourself into this education. Just because you're getting out of high school right now, just because you're 18 or 19, just because you're getting to that age doesn't mean you have to go to college right now. It doesn't mean you have to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life right now, because what if you prematurely choose a certain path and it turns out that you absolutely hate it? But you would have figured that out if you had just given yourself a little bit more time to think about it.